Good morning students. In previous class we studied about the experimental methods to determine the kinetics of a reaction. We studied the two methods of the determination of kinetics. First method was the conductometric method and the second method was the potentiometry method. Today's class we are going to study our third method to determine the kinetics, which is spectrometric method. So, to begin this topic, first we understand what is spectroscopy. So, spectroscopy is the interaction of matter with radiations. When we fall radiations to a matter, this matter can absorb the light radiations, it can reflect radiations, or it can transmit the radiations. Means when we fall radiation to a substance or matter, the substance according to its nature can absorb the light radiations, can reflect the light radiations and can transit the light radiations. So, it is the spectroscopy, means the interaction of light with matter. This is called spectroscopy. Since in a chemical reaction, all bonds, means let example of this chemical reaction in which formation of AB and AC and BD take place. So, in a chemical reaction old bonds get broke and new bonds get formed. In a chemical reaction old bonds get broke and new bonds get formed. In between the product and reactant some intermediates also form, means during the reaction the reactant and product and also some kind of intermediates are also present. So, when we fall light radiation on this reaction mixture, light can absorb by reactants or intermediates or product. So, in this method we study the absorbance of the light by the reaction mixture components or optical density of reaction mixture. So, first in this method we write the principle of the method. Principle point first is in a chemical reaction all bonds are broken and new bonds are formed. During a reaction some intermediate also form. Second point is when we interact light radiations or only radiations with reaction mixture, the components of reaction mixture absorb light radiations. Like our fingerprints, the absorption of light radiation by components is also specific, means in the universe our fingerprints are identical, our fingerprints are differentiable with each species. Our fingerprint are differentiable with each species. Like this, the absorption of light radiation or radiation by components is also a characteristic quantity, means a component or a group or atom can absorb the light at a differentiable wavelength, means the sodium absorb the light of 571 nanometer radiations. So, it is the characteristic value of radiation for the sodium metal. Like this, every species or component in a reaction mixture absorb light radiations at different wavelengths. So, we write the absorption of light radiations of each component have characteristic value. Or lambda max. Since in a reaction the concentration of reactant or product get increase or decrease, the concentration of reactants decrease with time and the concentration of product increase with time. Since the value of absorption is a characteristic value, then the absorption value also decrease or increase with time. With respect to reactant, the absorptions are decreased because the number of molecules of reactants are decreased, but the absorption value for the product are increased because the concentration of the product increase with time. So, now we write fifth point, this is the third point. Fourth point, since in a chemical reaction the concentration of reactant and product change, so the absorbance value also get change. Last, In this method, we determine absorbance or optical density to analyze kinetics of a chemical reaction. So, this is the principle of this method, means in a chemical reaction the old bonds get broke and the new bonds get formed. Since the absorption value of each component is a characteristic value, then with the starting of the reaction the absorbance value also change with the concentration of the products, because here Beer-Lambert law use in this method. We use Beer-Lambert law in this method. So, the Beer-Lambert law and the spectroscopy of the compounds we study in the future class, means in a second year class. Here we only get know that we use here Beer-Lambert law and absorbance type of spectroscopy. It is only required for this class, that Beer-Lambert law and the absorbance of the light by the species. It is required enough for this topic. So, now we take a example. Spectrophoto. Let's consider the reaction of acetone with I negative ion. In this method, we take an example of acetone react with negative iodine ion. So, now we start the method. In this method, first we take the acetone in a different flask and the iodine in a different flask. Then we place these two flasks into a thermostat to constant their temperature. When the constant of both the flasks become constant, then we mix them together and start immediately a stopwatch. Then we take absorbance or optical density readings in a different time frames, or 5 to 5, 10 minutes or 1 to 2 minutes time interval gap. Means first we take two flasks. In first flask we put acetone and in the other flask we put the iodine mixture. Then we place both the flasks in a thermostat to constant their temperature. When the temperature of these flasks become constant, we mix both the mixture with both the solutions and start immediately a stopwatch. In a different time interval, we get the values of absorbance. This is our method. So, in method the point first is, in this method in two flasks, two separate flasks, we take acetone and H2SO4 in first flask, and iodine mixture in second flask. Point second. Now we place both the flask in a thermostat to make constant their temperature. When the temperature of both the flask become constant, we mix both the solutions and immediately start the stopwatch. So, first point is, in this method we take a acetone and H2SO4 mix in a separate flask, and the other flask we take iodine mixture. Then we place both the flask into a thermostat. When the temperature of both the flasks become constant, we mix both these mixtures and immediately start the stopwatch. Now we observe the absorbance or optical density of the reaction mixture with the help of spectrophotometer at a regular time interval. Spectrophotometer is an instrument which give us the values of optical density or absorbance with the change in concentration of the reactants or product. So, with the help of spectrophotometer, we observe the absorbance or optical density. Now, we start calculation for this method. Calculation. The absorbance value is calculated by the help of Beer-Lambert law. According to this law, absorbance equals to epsilon Cl. Here epsilon is molar absorbivity constant. It has characteristic values for each of the species, means this epsilon, which known as molar absorbivity constant, has characteristic value for each the species. Hence we can identify the species with the help of epsilon. C is the concentration. C is concentration of the reactant species. C is the concentration of the reactant species. And L is the path length which radiations travel in reaction. So, by the help of this formula, absorbance equals to epsilon Cl, we can measure the absorbance with concentration change of the molecules. Now we discuss about the result of this method. This is the calculation part. Absorbance here is molar absorbivity constant, C is concentration, and L path length which radiation travel in the reaction. So this is the calculation part. Now we discuss the results. According to Beer-Lambert law, epsilon A equals to epsilon Cl. If we plot graph between A and C, if we plot graph between absorbance and C, and it came out as a straight line, came out as a straight line, then we say, then we determine the reaction kinetics on the basis of first order type reactions. So by this method we can also decide the reaction kinetics of a given chemical reaction. So this is the spectroscopy method. Now finally we are going to study our last method, which can also decide the reaction kinetics of a given chemical reaction. Our last method is polarimetry method. Polarimetry method. This method is used for the species which have optical activity. Means this form of method to decide the reaction kinetics can only useful for the reactant species which have optically active nature. So first we discuss what is optical activity. If a compound rotate the direction of plane polarized light then we say that compound has optical activity. Means if this is the PPL, plane polarized light, and if we pass through this PPL, with optically active compound, then this compound rotate the direction of PPL into clockwise direction or anti-clockwise direction. Means this is the PPL, plane polarized light. When we pass the plane polarized light through a optically active compound, it can rotate its direction towards the clockwise or towards the anti-clockwise direction. Then we say that this compound is a optically active. So in this method we measure the angle of rotation by the compound to decide the reaction kinetics of a given reaction. So for this reaction it is compulsory that the reactant species must be optically active. So in this method first we write this method is used for those chemical reactions in which optically active compound or species is present. This method is used for those chemical reaction in which optically active compound species is present. In this method we determine the kinetics of